Come out to the bar.
Hello, YouTube. Cheers and welcome to the basement. My name is Bruce Lively.
Peace to the partners that bring lighters to the base to the show too, man.
Well, peace to the smokers that bring their own lighters, man.
Nah, my name is D-Boy Slim.
And the Basement Debates is the first daily hip hop debate show. From Tuesday through Friday, we tackle the most intriguing topics in hip hop culture and the world around it. So, welcome back, Basement family. Today we want to take a look at the most underrated producers out right now. It seems like these days the producers get no love. You can't remember the name of the producers on your favorite song anymore. So today we're gonna give the drummer some, as Mr. Brown used to say. All right. Today's question: the most underrated producers out right now. With that being said, Lego. Some.
Nado. When we came up with the idea for this episode's topic, I told Bruce what's strange about music nowadays is that it's hard to really pinpoint or gauge what producer is doing what project. For the simple fact, you have access to so much of an artist's catalog nowadays, where you can simply type in his name and get the project that he dropped 2 months ago, as well as get the project he dropped last week, and maybe get a snippet or a song off the project that he's about to drop.
Another problem is there's no more CDs and backs of CDs to read. There's no more covers to look at while you're listening to the music. Pictures that you go through while you're listening to the CD. People download, listen, and move on, and you don't know if it's a mixtape or an album or not. It doesn't matter. Everything is a single. So
for that,
yeah.
It's kind of like I said, like, you know, unless Bruce alluded to, he said, unless you're a super producer, which I guess meaning you're in high demand, and so when a Kendrick Lamar project or a Nicki Minaj project is on deck, you probably get most of the credit or most of the production off of there, or, you know, your production is probably most noted on that project. Unless you're one of those, it can go understated your work. Shouts out to the producers that are getting busy today too, and don't think because, you know, the DJ Mustards on the West Coast. I said Zaytoven, Metro Boomin, 808 Mafia is like, we see y'all out there. For me today, it's Remy. It's the producer Remy, and I had to really look this up. I said all that to say because I had to really do my homework and look this up because, and I take y'all through my process. My process was in finding out the more underrated producers was the music that I enjoy today, or the music that I'm currently knocking. Who's behind the production? Again, as Bruce just alluded to, sometimes that's harder to find these days. So I went and did my homework, and you know, artists by the name of P&B Rock, I'm sure unless you've been under a rock, you probably heard of him. A lot of his music, A Boogie. Come to find out, Remy, no, and I don't think it's any relation to the Remy boys that Fetty Wap and his team that do their thing out in Jersey. I don't think that's any relation. It's just Remy, the producer. He's behind a lot of P&B's production. He did a hair joint with Kodak Black and.
Who the think we gotta make it? Yeah, my nigga.
We
do
went
it
through
all
the mud.
so I didn't test my niggas.
That's
They
love.
gon' always hold me down cause they my.
Hey,
But the right around, they been around since.
my
Still
nigga.
right around, they can know my.
Dirt.
He had joints with Lil Durk.
You choose your life over your son, that shit killed them. I never asked you for anything, that's your honesty. G's tight, they did the most. Ducking from investigation, trying to keep my reputation. Give them my expiration, looking for inspiration.
A lot of the music that you hearing that, you know, whether it's, you know, the street vibe or the laid back, you know, the R&B thing that the young kids are doing now. A lot of the good stuff is actually, you know, it does come from Remy. And again, it took me, another one of the reasons I enjoy even doing this show, because it forced me to go and look to who's behind a lot of this production of music that's currently out right now. And what I found it was to be Remy, you know. And I would say right now, for me and my pick, and, you know, like I said, the music I listen to, Remy would probably be up there, if not the most underrated producer right now in the game.
So, not a bad choice. Simply, honestly speaking, like, that's the only way that you can go about this, is to find your favorite and see who the producers were. Because more than likely, like I said, it's not like the days when you used to know one person produce an entire album. If you're not Kanye, you're not doing that. People just buy beats and people stiff niggas on beats. Being a producer, I know you people just sign away their rights to beats, because you can get a beat for $25 online right now, a banging one. $25, sign a lease and it's gone. You never know the guy's name again. You never have to mention him again. So we've kind of bastardized the beat making music industry has, because we don't. Anybody can do it, and everybody does, and we give it away for free. You don't have to buy it anymore. But with that being said, I decided to do something better, which is why I think I have to win this time. Because what I did was I found not just the ones that I like, but who's going to be done the best, as in the best album of this year. I find that Nipsey Hussle, we both said, has to be the best album this year. Just so happened to be the dudes named Mike and Keys, before known as the Futuristics, produced almost the entire album. And I was like, yo, if you produce the best hip hop album of the year, almost all of our fans have said the same thing, and nobody knows your name, you got to be the most underrated. So I looked him up and I find out he's produced G-Eazy, and his songs that he does with them is 17 million. 50 Cent, Sheek Louch, and these are old. You talk about 2010, but just in the early, I'm just now talking about BJ Chicago Kids, Lecrae, Snoop, and he does also do a bunch of different stuff, because you find him doing things like Faith Evans. So from G-Eazy to 50 Cent to Faith Evans to Nipsey Hussle, the range is big. The range is out of here. So I decided to say, well, what is my absolute favorite joints that I could? And the first thing that came to my mind, I said, T.I., We Will Not. That joint has hit me. And so I went ahead and looked up who it was. To my surprise, and I'm not lying, it was Mike and Keys.
I feel nothing but judgment from God, standing there looking at me saying you ain't do nothing. I bless you and you ain't invested in nothing. Just kept up the cycle of death and destruction. Promote all that fornication, all that baby making. Ain't no baby raising for a generation. Now they trapped the systems cause incarceration was inevitable due to education.
And my job was done. I realized who is the most underrated. The fact that he, not only, Mike and Keys, the Futuristics as they used to be, not only produced the best hip-hop album of the year, they produced one of the most important hip-hop songs of the year, and Warzone by T.I., and everything that they touch is in the millions. I looked it up. Everything is between 2 and 17 to 25 million for whatever song they touch. And you don't know their name. It's a travesty. We let it get this way, but it shouldn't be. Give the drummer some. Mike and Keys, most underrated producers. Go look up those songs if you don't know them.
Again, my thing is just and today I won't hold y'all. It comes from personal preference in music, and that's not based off any factual or any stats or per se, but feeling in the music, and his is good. And you know, you be hard pressed to find somebody that would tell you, especially when we talk about the production from PM. Anybody who's listened to P&B Rock, they know that's at the forefront. Good music.
It's hot.
So again, he's worked with the likes of the A Boogies, the Lil Durks, the Kodak Blacks, all the hot young dudes that's out in the game right now. This guy's worked with them, and you probably find one of your favorite songs behind his, you know, his production behind one of your favorite songs. So
I think more than a debate, it's a reaction to the fact that you don't know who the producer is to your favorite song. That's why we had to do this, because we no longer look.
And I won't go that far, because some of you are really into it.
Well, even if you're into it, like, there's nobody into it more than me and us, period. But the truth is, producers that I run the studio, and people come here with beats that they got for free or $25 every day off of or just stole it from somebody else, and they just call it a mixtape. We used to have pride in, like, yo, I got this beat from such and such, and you used to shout his name out. Hey, so and so, you a fool for this one. You know what I'm saying? Like,
sounds like a whole nother show.
It does.
As the producer, you know, sort of been devalued, or are they being understated or underappreciated, undervalued? Whatever, however you phrase that, sounds like another show. It
is. I like that. All right, people.
Y'all let us know who y'all think is the most underrated producer. Whether you think it's Remy or Mike and Keys, or, you know, any other producers I might have shouted out, didn't shout out. You know, y'all let us know who y'all think is the most underrated producer.
Out right now, not all the time. That's another show.
And we'll come back to that of all time, because I got a couple names that do come to mind over another decade or another era or whatever. But yeah, we could do we'll do it. We'll come back and do an all time show. But y'all let us know.
You guys leave them comments, man. And we shout you out. Exactly, we shout you out, and we're gonna do that right now. Joel Joseph, he's been leaving a lot of comments, and I haven't been able to shout him out, so I'm glad to be able to do it today. Joel Joseph left a comment on the top 5 albums of the 90s, and everybody chimed in on that, so let's go. Nas, Illmatic, Raekwon, Built Only for Cuban Links. I had him in my mind. I was thinking about that one too. Big, Ready to Die, of course. GZA, Liquid Swords, and Common, Resurrection. Resurrection?
I tell you what,
You spelled it wrong, I think.
Your list
well done.
Of 5 albums are some of the most played, in my book, some of the most heavily played artists that I played in the 90s. So that list right there was tough.
Outstanding. Joel Joseph, hot joints right there. My Tribe TV, All Out Attack, said for me, Blueprint, Jay-Z, was that in the 90s? Blueprint was after.
Yeah, I don't think that's the
Blueprint 90s. Was like 2001, yeah, something like that. Man. You get an ad for that one. My Tribe TV, All Out Attack. Unless we're wrong, check it. Tell us, let us know. 2, All Eyes on Me, Tupac. The Carter 2, Lil Wayne. Okay.
That's 90.
Nope. Victory Lap, Nipsey Hussle. Nah, I think you're looking at something different, bro. We were talking about the 90s. Maybe he's just giving us his top all time then. Okay. So we'll go Blueprint, Jay-Z, All Eyes on Me, Tupac, Carter 2, Lil Wayne, Victory Lap, Nipsey Hussle. My new entry, okay, so he knows that. And a few Ludacris albums, she was nice back then. That's what's up. Okay. Appreciate that. My Tribe TV, All Out Attack. Michael Henry said, thanks, brothers, because we shouted him out, and you got another one today. Giovanni Terangi said Marley's Time as well. Marley's Time.
Pertaining towards what?
We're talking about Bob Marley? Like hottest albums of the 90s. Marley's Time.
You know that boom better than me. I'm not sure.
Okay, I don't know. Marley been dead at that time, but let me know. I might have. Maybe I missed something. Hit us back. You got to shout out Giovanni Terangi, and he's been hot on here before us. So I'm gonna be saying that's probably my fault. I didn't copy something right. Community Breakout's a new one. I hope you subscribe, man. But if you didn't, you still got the shout out. This is impressive, he said. We simply love your stuff.
We appreciate
that, man. Salute to you. Salute to everybody who listens. We will shout you out if you leave a comment. That's how it works. Also, who wins this debate and why? Leave it right down there.
Appreciate all the love out there. We're gonna continue to shout y'all out. Got dope shows coming.
Crazy live ideas. We can't even talk about it right now. We'll get into it tomorrow.
We got something cooking.
That's the basement, people.
We off this.
Peace.